Okay, good afternoon. We're back with chapter 14. Joshua chapter 14. The land divided west of the Jordan. The remaining tribes of Israel inherited land in Canaan as allocated by Eliezer the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the tribal leaders. These 9.5 tribes received their inheritance by means of sacred lot in accordance with the Lord's command through Moses. Moses had already given inheritance of land to the 2.5 tribes on the east side of the Jordan River. The tribe of Joseph had between two separate tribes. The tribe of Joseph had become two separate tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and the Levites were given no land at all, only towns to live in and the surrounding pasture lands for their flocks and herds. So the distribution of land was in strict accordance with the Lord's instructions to Moses. Caleb requests his land. A delegation from the tribe of Judah, led by Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, came to Joshua at Gilgal. Caleb said to Joshua, "Remember what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, about you and me when we were at Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land of Canaan. I returned and gave from my heart a good report, but my brothers who went with me frightened the people and discouraged them from entering the promised land. For my report, I followed the Lord my God completely. So that day Moses promised me, the land of Canaan on which you were just walking will be your special possession and that of your descendants forever, because you wholeheartedly followed the Lord your God. Now, as you can see, the Lord has kept me alive and well as he promised for all these 45 years since Moses made this promise. Even while Israel wandered in the wilderness, today I am 85 years old. I am as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So I'm asking you to give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You will remember that as scouts we found the Anakites living there in great walled cities. But if the Lord is with me, I will drive them out of the land just as the Lord said." So Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave Hebron to him as an inheritance. Hebron still belongs to the descendants of Caleb, son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, because he wholeheartedly followed the Lord, the God of Israel. Previously, Hebron had been called Kiriath Arba. It had been named after Arba, a great hero of the Canaanites, and the land had rest from war. Joshua chapter 15. The land given to the tribe of Judah. The land assigned to the families of the tribe of Judah reached southward to the border of Edom, with the wilderness of Zin being its southmost point. The southern boundary began at the south bay of the Dead Sea, ran south of Scorpion Pass into the wilderness of Zin, and went south of Kadesh Barnea to Hezron. Then it went up to Adar, where it turned toward Karka. From there it passed to Asmon until finally reached the brook of Egypt, which it followed to the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern boundary. The eastern boundary extended along the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. The northern boundary began at the bay where the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea, crossed to Beth Hogla, then proceeded north of Beth Rabbah to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son. From that point it went through the valley of Achor to Debar, or however you pronounce it, turning northward toward Gilgal, which is across from the slopes of Adamim on the south side of the valley. From there, the border extended to the springs of En Shemesh and on to En Rogel. The boundary then passed through the valley of the son of Hinnom along the southern slopes of the Jebusites, where the city of Jerusalem was located. Then it went west to the top of the mountain above the valley of Hinnom and on to the northern end of the valley of valley of Rephaim. From there, the border extended from the top of the mountain to the spring at the waters of Nephato, and from there to the towns of Mount Ephron. Then it turned toward Bala, that is Kiriath Jearim. The border circled west of Bala to Mount Zir, passed along to the town of Keshalon on the northern slope of Mount Ziram, and went down to Beth Shemesh and on to Timnah. The boundary line then proceeded to the slope of the hill north of Akron, where it turned toward Shikharon and Mount Bala. It passed Jebelel and ended in the Mediterranean Sea. The western boundary was the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. These are the boundaries of the families of the tribe of Judah. The land given to Caleb. The Lord instructed Joshua to assign some of Judah's territory to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So Caleb was given the city of Arba, that is Hebron, which had been named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out all three Anakites, Shishai, Ammon, and Talmai, descendants of Anak. Then he fought against the people living in the towns of Debir, formerly called Kiriath Shipher. Caleb said, I will give my daughter Aksha in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kithra Shipher. Othniel, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it, so Eshga became Othniel's wife. When Aksha married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for an additional field. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, What is it? What can I do for you? She said, Give me a further blessing. You have been kind enough to give me the land in Negev. Please give me springs as well. So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. The towns Judah inherited. This was the inheritance given to the families of the tribe of Judah. The towns of Judah, situated along the borders of Edom in the extreme south of the Kabzeel, Edor, Jagar, Kila, Demanah, Adada, Kadesh, Hazar, Ithlan, Ziph, Telem, Baloth, Hazar, Haditah, Kirath, Hezron, that is Hazar, Shima, Boleda, Hazar Gada, Heshma, Bethplat, Hazar Shul, Beersheba, Bizathofa, Bala, Aim, Ezim, Ethatlad, Kisa, Hormon, Ziglah, Manamah, Sanana, Lee, both Shibli, and Rima. Again, sorry for the pronunciation of those. In all of these, there were 29 of these towns that were surrounding the villages. The following towns situated in the western foothills were also given to Judah: Eshtal, Zorah, Ashna, Zana, Galim, Taba, Elam, Jurath, Abadah, Sukkah, Azekah, Shemarim, Adamathin, Jerida, and Jeredathram. In all, they were 14 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were Zanan, Hashada, Megadalgag, Dilian, Mispah, Joktil, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kabon, Lamam, Kitlish, Giderath, Beth Dagon, Nam, and Makkedah, 16 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Libla, Ether, Ashlan, Ibta, Ashla, Lezib, Kila, Akzib, and Marsha, 9 towns with their surrounding villages. The territory of the tribe of Judah also included the towns and the villages of Akron. From Akron, the boundary extended west and included the towns near Ashdod with their surrounding villages. It also included Ashdod with its towns and villages, and Gaza with its towns and villages as far as the brook of Egypt and along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Judah also received the following towns in the hill country: Shemar, Jitar, Soka, Dala, Kuthra, Salah, and that is Dabar, Anna, Eshtama, Emla, Goshen, Holal, Gilo. 11 towns with the surrounding village. Also included were the towns of Aram, Duma, Eshon, Jamlil, Beth Taba, Ebaka, Humta, Kurtharaba, that is Hebron, and Zur, 9 towns with their surrounding villages. Okay, and I'm going to have to finish the rest because with all these towns names, couldn't get it under 20 minutes, so I'll be back.